In English, when we connect two sentences into one, we use some special words. Let's take a look at them. For example, Mona introduced Steve at the party she gave to celebrate the publication. Here, we are talking about a thing, that's why we use which or that. Okay, what about this one? Steven is the American computer engineer founded Apple. We're talking about a person. That's why we will also use that or who. Okay, there is the continuation. Steven is the American computer engineer who founded Apple and computer designs became popular. Here we are talking about the possessions. It's his designs. That's why we use whose. Possession. Okay, and the final one. Mountain View is the area Steve Jobs grew up. As we are talking about the place, we will use where. What about time? Of course, we will use when. This is the time when I wake up. Okay, what do we call all these words? We call them relative pronouns, and sentences with them are called relative clause. There are two types of relative clause. The first one. Here we show something important. The information in the second part is essential. We can't omit it. Or if we omit it, without it, the sentence doesn't actually make sense. So we call it defining. It means it contains important information which we can't leave out. Okay, let's take a look at the second type of relative clause. What is missing here? Jonathan Mack's design, used Jobs' silhouette, became a worldwide sensation. Here, we will use which. Jonathan Mack's design, which used Jobs' silhouette, this design used Jobs' silhouette, became a worldwide sensation. In this sentence, can I omit this part? May I not use it? Okay, let's try. Jonathan Mack's design became a worldwide sensation. Looks fine. So in this case, we can omit it. Without it, the sentence will make sense. That's why we call it non-defining. It means not important, we can omit it. Hey, what about these? When the information is not important, we can omit it. We will use commas or a comma and a full stop. But in this case, we cannot substitute which or who with that. So I will write it and cross it out. It is not used. Okay, where can we omit the relative pronouns? For example, here, can I not use which or that? For example, Mona introduced Steve at the party she gave to celebrate the publication. Also sounds fine, yeah? So sometimes, what about here? Can we omit who or that? Steven is the American computer engineer, founded Apple, and computer designs became popular. No, not really. We cannot omit who or that or whose. What does it depend on? Okay, let's take a look at this sentence. How many subjects do we have here? So we have Steven is the American computer engineer. Steven founded Apple. And here we have, if we are talking about this part, only one subject, which is Steven. When we have one subject, we do not leave out relative pronouns. Okay, what about here? How many subjects do we have? Mona introduced Steve at the party she gave to celebrate the publication. So here we have two subjects, two different subjects, Mona and she. That's why we may not use relative pronouns. Okay, thank you very much.